These are the cards that I bought. This is what we're going to be using to make the collar and the cuffs that are going to go around our wrists. They are Maverick playing cards. I think you can just get them at Walmart. Honestly, any set of cards will do as long as they're like the classic, you know, the classic ones. Don't get any like Harry Potter ones or like cartoon ones, you know what I mean? Just get classic playing cards. And this is the look that I'm going for. I'm going to be doing layers. I'm going to be starting with the very back layer that you see sitting most on top, and then I'm going to go pretty much from there. And I'm going to be using a hot glue gun, which I just got from Michael's. And then I've got some hot glue sticks. I just bought this from Joann's. I liked the way it looked. And it is going to be my choker that will go around my neck. And I'm probably going to add something to it, but I haven't figured out what. So these are all hot glued right now. And to make sure that none of the glue shows, also I'm just using this circular object as kind of a base for the back of it because I want the back part of it to be open. So I'm just going to show you kind of how I'm hot gluing it. So I'm just doing it on the inner corner right here and a little bit going up. I'm not taking it all the way out here, but I'm just placing it all right there like that. And then I'm taking the card and kind of angling it kind of in the middle. I'm using the shape there and I'm kind of setting it in the middle there and pressing down and angling it out. So a little piece is kind of sticking out right here. And it's all angled, and make sure you press down. These cards they have like a plastic coating, so the hot glue is not going to come through. They're not like paper cards. I mean, they are paper cards, but you know what I mean. They have the coating so that the hot glue won't kind of seep through and burn your skin. So just something to keep in mind, and then I'm kind of making sure that I did do a little oopsies right here and did two aces right next to each other, but I'm kind of making sure that I'm not doing too many colors in a row. Like I want to do another black one because I don't want it to be red, black, red, black. I just kind of want it to be kind of random, but I'm trying not to do the same shapes together, things like that. So the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 9 ace. And then the same kind of thing, like if you see the clove right here, when I hot glue it, I'm going to do it right in the middle like that and kind of angle the 9. So this is the top layer of the back part of it, and then I am just adding on for the next layer, so I'm going underneath of each layer basically. Just make sure everything is even and the cards look pretty similar on both sides, and I'm kind of alternating the card sides. So I decided to do the back of the cards and then do the front of the cards, and I was just kind of alternating. And I did have a blue and red deck. I kind of wish that it was just a red deck, but hey, I worked with what I had. This is the not complete, but I'm halfway there, and as you can see, I just kind of created different shapes and stuff on the very left and right sides. I was just following that picture that I showed you guys, so really find a reference picture that you like and kind of go with it. Right here, I'm making sure those corners meet perfect. Like the corner of each card is meeting absolutely perfect, so there's no gaps or anything. And I'm just hot gluing where the cards will meet. No need to hot glue the whole thing. And I'm just really carefully making sure that those corners meet perfect. Take your time with it. Hot glue does dry quickly, but take your time and make sure, you know, kind of lay stuff out before you glue it down. So I'm really trying to make sure those corners meet with every card that I'm doing. And like I said, take your time with it. You want it to look nice and perfect. Well, almost perfect. As perfect as you can get it. So there's a complete area right there, and I'm going to be going out, taking it out pretty far towards the end there, making it poke out. I don't know how to explain it, but you'll see in this picture right here. I mean, with the blue cards on the bottom there. So as you can see, I kind of made it go almost straight down, but it started poking out towards the end there. And now I'm just cutting out cardboard and painting them black, which I will explain in this next little segment that's coming up. So this is where I am at right now with the whole collared piece, and this is the back of it. It looks quite crazy, but basically what I did is I took these cardboard strips, the ones that I had painted, and I kind of glued them up just to make some movement for the collar. That way I can bend them back and they'll stay, and it's kind of working, but it's not working at the same time, so and it kept falling backwards on me, so when I would put it up, it wasn't sitting on my neck. So I decided to put this big piece of cardboard on the back here, and I'm going to be covering it in feathers and cards and stuff to make it look nicer. And the same with these back pieces. I'm going to be covering everything up. I just wanted to kind of make a nice foundation for it, you could say. So I'm just hot gluing all of this, and this is what's going to hold it up straight. And then this is the front of it. So this is the little collar that I'll be putting around my neck. I'm just trying to find a nice buckle for it or some way to hold it together without having to hot glue it the day of, because I don't want to do that, but I might have to. So right now I'm just adding some pearls around the center here to not make it look so like open and weird. And the Queen of Hearts up here, I did heart cards up here at the top because she is a queen and she is the Queen of Hearts. I just took this old pearl cheap ass bracelet that I had, and I'm just I just cut it up, and I am attaching it here. I'm just hot gluing it, so I'm just doing enough hot glue for like 4 of them. I'm trying not to do too much at a time, since hot glue does dry really fast. And I'm making sure that where there is the hole there, I'm doing those on the sides so you can't see the holes straight on. We don't want to see that. We just want them to look like they're real pearls. Be careful not to burn yourself with the hot glue, because I burnt myself yesterday and I swear it peeled off like a whole layer of skin on my thumb. Okay, so please excuse my raggedy ass self, but this is the finished product. There is a little bit of tweaking that I have to do to it still, but this is how it looks. I am starting this mossy piece that's going to be going in the center of my table, and I just bought it as a roll of moss from Michael's. I think it was about $17, but I had a half off coupon, so I got it for like $8 or $9. And it's just this plain piece of moss. Just be careful because the pieces do just come off really easy. So this is definitely an outside project that you want to do. And I bought these cute flowers. These are very Alice in Wonderland. They're the types of flowers that the talking ones are with the faces. So I bought those, and it just came like this. And I just cut all of them off, and I'm going to be using the leaves a little bit around them, but not too many. And then I just have all this random stuff. I'm just hot gluing it all down. I hot glued some cards. I have some more cards here, and just some odds and ends. Here's one little area that I did. So right now this is all that I'm doing, and I'm just kind of doing it randomly around, but I'm leaving the middle open because I do want to do some sort of centerpiece. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be ripping apart a book. I'm doing pages of the book going around and off the sides here, going down the sides of the table. So a lot of work to do, but this is where I'm at right now. So for this part, I did just take an old book I had. I used Catcher in the Rye. I've had this book since freaking high school, so I just literally tore all the pages out. I didn't make sure it was perfect. I didn't care. I just tore them all out. And now I'm hot gluing on the very ends there. I wanted the pages to go on top of the moss, and then on the sides, I wanted it to come from underneath of the moss. So I ended up thinking that was really cool. I really loved it, and I kept going with it, and I made the pages flow down onto the floor on the ends. Not on the sides, but just on the ends. So I just continuously kept going. I even ripped some pages up in half and like made little pieces. but I ended up having to put it on the table that I was using just so I can make sure that it all measured out correctly and I was doing it right. But as you can see, I made it float onto the floor, and I made it get skinnier as it got towards the floor. So I started using less paper as it got towards the floor. But that's the whole thing right there. And then moving on, these are all the fake flowers that I'm doing. This is the centerpiece. So I glued together 2 forks. Hot glued them a lot. Use a lot of hot glue for this. And then I'm using a plate and a teapot. So you just want to make sure that you hot glue the forks to the bottom of the teapot and to the top of the plate. Be careful though, my teapot was too heavy for the plate, so I had to use a lot of extra hot glue and had to use something to hold it up. I also used the clock for the bottom of the plate to give it a little bit more stability. We're making it look like the teacup is floating and there's flowers coming out of it, so just hot glue a bunch of flowers all over the place to hide the fork and all that stuff. These are all the things that I was using: paints, cards, brushes, yada yada yada, for the top of the tea party table. And this is the tea party table. That's an old antique bird cage that I just had, and these are just all the little things that I created. I got those little vials from Michael's. I found a huge bag of flowers at the thrift store for like $4, and I just kind of went crazy on the top of the table. Created some little pieces with the teacups, put some flowers in there. I got some tulle, put some in there as well. So just some more pictures, honestly. Just a lot of little things that I found at the thrift store and at Michael's. And then I added some more cards to the pages. And this was the way I came to when I finished with everything, and I was kind of tired because I had been working on it all day long. But I thought it was really cute. I just kind of hot glued flowers all over the place. I got some butterflies, cards, anything Alice in Wonderlandy. I did some tulle on the sides of the pages as well, on the sides of the table. Starting on the card cuffs, this is just basically the fabric that I'm using. So I started on the collared cuff thingy-mabobs for my wrists, and I wanted it to resemble a really regal queen's cuff. And if you know what I'm talking about, it's like, it looks just like this. When it's around my arm, it looks super cool. So that's basically the idea, you know, we're just poking out really far. And how I created this was I just took this piece of fabric that I have right here, and I literally hot glued all these cards on the side. And I made sure I kept it there while it dried and held it so that they kind of stood up straight, but honestly, they're pretty reliable. I'm not worried about these falling down or falling over. So that's what I did for that. And I also cut up some pieces of Velcro, and I just hot glued them to the side here. Now I was going to make a longer glove, but I have decided that I'm going to cut this off right here. I'm going to be using this lace that I have that has blood stains all over it, which is absolutely perfect. I just found this in my storage unit the other day, and I was like, this is perfect. And I'm going to be putting this somehow on the end here, so it kind of like frays out and it's, you know, a big lacy piece. I don't know how I'm going to achieve that yet, but this is where I'm at with the gloves. Hey guys, so I just kind of wanted to give you a little rundown of the whole NYX Face Awards thing. Obviously you're watching this video, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I have been DIYing everything, and I've just kind of wanted to tell you guys what I have left to do. Basically, so I did the whole table for the tea party. Sorry that it's a mess in the background too. Like, I've just haven't had time to clean my freaking room. The table is basically done. There are a few accessories that I still have to put on the table, but it's basically done. I just have to put it outside, and I will show a picture of the outside scenery that I'm going to be using for it. the table's just gonna look so fantastic in front of that fence and in that grass, and I am putting a lot of stuff on the ground. I do have more like accessories and decorations, I guess, that I'll be putting on the ground around the table. I have a lot to do. I have chairs to put out there still. I have stuff to hang from the branches that you see, those tree branches that you see. So I'm going to be hanging a lot of stuff from that and putting stuff on the fence. So this is just a fence that's in the back of my apartment complex that I'm using. So I just have the queen staff left to make. I am making her, since I'm doing a cutout heart for the makeup, which if you're watching this video, I would have assumed that you've already watched the makeup tutorial on this. I'm acting like she cut out her own heart and she put it on a staff with bloody red roses, white roses that are painted red around it on the staff. So that's really all that I have left to do. I have finished the collar, I have finished the cuffs, I have finished the crown, I have finished mostly everything for the tea party. So I still have a whole bunch of fake blood to make. I'm not using blood bought from the store because I need like a freaking gallon of it. I need so much fake blood, it's ridiculous. So I'm really just going to make it myself. I just kind of wanted to update you guys on everything that was going on, and I hope any of this can help you guys with whatever you want to make on your own. Hey guys, so just an update on what's kind of going on today. Today is my final day to buy anything that I need for my NYX, and I'm going to a local costume shop that's in downtown Denver. I just woke up, so sorry. I'm going to be going there today, and I'm going to be buying my special effects makeup. I don't have any right now. Special effects makeup can go bad really fast, and I haven't had any since Halloween. So I'm going to buy liquid latex and scab blood, stage blood, a plastic heart for my queen scepter, staff thingy. Still have to buy a few more teacups and things like that, just for the table, but that's the table right behind me. It's just all folded up right now since I did complete basically all of it, but I can't put it outside for the time being because I still have 3 more days until I'm filming. So just kind of wanted to tell you guys what my plans were and what I was going to be doing today. So it's just a long metal like pipe kind of thing. I don't really know. It's pretty heavy, to be honest. It's not very lightweight. So if you can find anything that is lightweight, that would probably be more ideal, but this is just what I had. So I'm going to use it to my benefit, but I'm going to be putting a plastic fake heart right here in the middle. White roses with blood dripping on them around, maybe a few cards, maybe some red or gold ribbon, I'm even thinking, around the twists there. But this is what I'm going to be using for the staff. And I also painted these little frames. I just got them. They were like $1 at Michael's. They're just foam frames, and I just painted them and I'm letting them dry. I'm probably going to put like a butterfly on each one or something like that. Morning for me. I'm sorry that I come to you looking ratchet all the time and I don't have any makeup on, but these are recorded in the morning, like when I first wake up. But today is Friday and I'm filming on Sunday, so it's 2 days until I get to film. I do have to work tonight and tomorrow night, so I kind of finished everything that I needed to finish. I just have to finish the corset part, the top part, which my mom is sewing for me and fixing up. But I finished the staff, I finished all the costume pieces besides the corset for the actual costume itself. I finished the table. Everything is pretty much done. Honestly, like, I'm pretty much done with it all. I am just so tired and I've worked so hard on everything. I just hope it comes out perfect. If you guys want to see the whole finished thing, if you want to see like the whole table setup and all of it outside, please go watch the makeup tutorial. I'll have it linked down below if you haven't watched the makeup tutorial yet. It will show everything. I hope I taught you guys some stuff and maybe you can use it for yourselves eventually, but I just wanted to show you guys how I did everything because I did work really, really hard on all of it. And I did it all myself, and it was a lot of fun, but it was also really hard, and I'm super tired, and I'm just kind of glad that I finished everything in the amount of time I was given with work and all as well. So if you guys want to see everything put together, go ahead and check out the makeup tutorial. It is on my channel, or you can just go to the link that I have in the description box, and you can go watch it, because it's probably really cute. I don't know what it looks like right now, but I'm hoping it's badass. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully in the future I can do more videos like this as well. Sorry about this no makeup mess that's going on, but I really don't care right now, so. What are you doing? What are you doing, Wednesday? She's in heat, so she's bugging everybody, huh? Say hi. Say hi. Aw, you just a cutie patootie, huh? What about you, Calvin? What are you doing? What are you doing? Act like you're drinking it.
Pinky out, Callie said. You really should have your pinky out. He would have his out. He's very proper about it.
You're late for tea time.
Okay, then slowly move it in like you're drinking it. Not super slow, but just... There you go.
It's burnt.
Okay, all right.